Hello, my dear friends. Maricela here. I am so excited that you are here. Thank you so much for downloading my free tool. I wanted to take a minute to just create a really quick video to give you insight in terms of how to maximize this tool. As business owners, we are always looking for opportunities in terms of where to grow our business. And what I'm really thrilled to do is be able to really allow you to take a step back and look at growing your business outside of the day to day where you're working each and every day. When I owned a restaurant for almost 5 years, one of the biggest challenges that I faced was the fact that I was working in my business and I didn't always take the time to grow and look at how to monetize and how to move more profitability in my business because I was working in it and not on it. And so now that as I work as a business consultant and specifically empowering women through my coaching practice, it's really like, how do I take an opportunity to have them step away from the everyday business and really look at where are those opportunities that are out there, and it's already through the things that you're doing, but it's actually maximizing and allowing you to find that profitability that can easily be turned on. It's literally like a spigot. Right now we've got a little bit of dribble and you're doing okay, you're making ends meet, but how do you maximize your profit? And what I've done in creating my tool for you is really for you to take the time to look at the key strategies for success and ultimately put them into action. Evaluate every product that you have on your product suite and figure out, okay, where are the margin rich products? For me specifically this year, I've really focused on how do I achieve anywhere from, a 50 to 70% margin, where before it was, 15 to 30%. And I'm trying really hard and focused on what are the products that are bringing me more profitability, but I'm not spending a huge amount of time in terms of executing and putting them out there. It's really looking at my products and automating a lot of the things that I have already started to do. And a lot of times we get caught up in different things that we don't finish the automations. And so the automation piece is really pivotal in making sure that you are maximizing the profit in your business. One of the things that's really important as you look at this is not something that you can do, in a day or so. A lot of strategy takes time. It takes you to actually step away from the business and outline and look at specifically what have you been doing in this past year that has worked? What are the things that you got stuck in? What are the things that created that feeling of, oh, I just don't have the expertise? For me, a lot of it is, things like website development. And I recognize that it's not in my wheelhouse. So what I do is I outsource to people who are truly experts in that field. And it allows me to focus on the things that I'm really good at, which is all of the innovation, all of the creativity. And then I create these strategies and these strategic plans that people can actually go out and execute for me. And then as soon as I get the work back, I'm able to review it. I'm able to check the documentation, validate a lot of what it was that I was looking for, and then ultimately be able to roll them out to the marketplace and create the profitability that I need, right? But I can't be spending hours in the weeds trying to figure out, oh, how does this header need to look? Or how does this title show up? All those automations I outsource to someone who's significantly more talented than I am and from that technical standpoint. And for me, it's the automation that really allows me the opportunity to get into my business and put strategy in action. And it goes from just being an idea to execution. And that's what ultimately driving my profitability in my business. So I take some time. It's a long document, but I really challenge you to go through it with a highlighter and actually outline what are the pieces that I need to look at, because what I do is I really take the strategic approach in terms of when I go into my clients' businesses. That's what I do. From a consultant, I come in, I don't have any biases. I simply evaluate everything that they have. And then I'm able to just confidently tell them, hey, let's look at this, let's look at that. And ultimately allow them to make the decision in terms of where they want to put their resources and where they need to move the needle to be able to drive, if it's employee satisfaction, if it's customer satisfaction, if it's driving more profitability, if it's financial management. Sometimes we spend more money than we make. And we really need to take a quick stance to cut back and align to help us move forward with our business. Um, it's important that you evaluate this tool, even if it seems overwhelming at first. Invest the time. It's very, very important, especially as I'm recording this right now, it's end of year. And a lot of my clients are, really nailing down their strategic focus for next year. And as we look at every single one of these, a lot of these we've segmented into different projects that are going to be rolling out first quarter, second quarter to be able to really maximize the profitability in our business. Um, what I love about this tool is it allows you to have like this 30,000 foot view of your business and look into and figuring out, okay, where should I be spending my time? What are the things that I need to be doing that ultimately are going to maximize my results? And if it's with you, with your team, with anybody who may outsource, some of your administrative staff, make sure that the expectations are clear with what it is that you want them to be doing, and then ultimately follow up on those expectations and figure out that you're getting the product that you ultimately want to drive, because people are human. And one of the things that I really educate a lot of my business owners with is the people that work for you don't have the same vision that you do. Your vision as an entrepreneur, as a business leader, is significantly different than the people that come in and do the work. Um, for them, a lot of them just need that paycheck. And whatever it is that you need them to do, they're going to do it. But then at the end of the day, they're not committed and driving the business that you would. They don't lose the sleep like you do. And so it's important that you share the vision that you have for the business, but ultimately figure out what their motivation is so that you guys can be aligned together in driving the business. You can figure out, okay, what's important to them. One of the most profitable things that I've ever done is added profit sharing to my business, where not only did I pay a wage for what my employee or contractor did, but I did profitability. And when you do something like a profit sharing and you give them an opportunity to drive more performance, you would be truly surprised how people will deliver above and beyond results outside of their just daily hourly wage. And so I really challenge you to think a little bit about that. And you might feel like, I don't know how to do that, or how exactly would that work out? Let's talk about it. Let's figure out where you're at right now, ultimately where you want to be. And then, you know what? That's one of the most amazing things. Think about a lot of those companies that are privately owned and what they do for their employees in reaching profitability is because they've empowered them to drive the business and help the business move forward in ways that we could have only imagined before, because everyone's buying into the vision. Everybody's buying into the mission because it affects them and it gives them an opportunity to drive the bottom line. All right, like I said, this tool has so much information. There's pieces around self-doubt and achieving financial freedom. Do the mental work, do the emotional work to get you to a place where you're seeing abundance in your business. How you view your business is critical. How you embrace the gifts that God has given you, and then how you show up in the marketplace, all of that makes a difference, right? And so even if you're having a moment where just things aren't aligning, you're like, oh, I don't know why I'm doing this, all of that's going to come across. And so you've got to dedicate some time for you so that you can be in a powerful mindset and you can be so engaged in your business that you're ultimately driving what you want from it. And one of the things that I love to do is everything that I do is not about me. It's about the legacy that I'm creating. It's how I show up for my family, how I show up for my community, the impact that I'm making in the world. But it is a new worldview. It is something that I have to look at differently. Abundance. I have to be able to understand that I am part of an abundant universe. And just like anyone can see things negative, I flip those around and I see them as opportunities. I see them as positive, and I embrace my power to create. And so with this tool that I've given you, I really want you to start thinking about, how do I create my path to financial freedom? How do I create the legacy that God has put in my heart to change the path for my family? My children are going to do significantly better than I am because of all the effort, all the commitment that I have to driving my business. And not a day goes by that I don't think about legacy. And that's what I think makes me so unique. We don't just come to work because we want to make money. We come to work because we're creating a legacy of empowerment, of abundance, of wealth, opulence for our families. All right. So as you're looking at this tool, take the time to dig in the strategy and action, do the work, invest in yourself. And you know what? I'm right here to be able to go through this process with you each and every step along the way. All right, be well. Reach out to me if you have any questions whatsoever. This is a tool. If there's anything you feel that needs to be enhanced or updated, let me know. I am not perfect by any means, so it's not going to be as amazing as I would want it to be. But you know what? I have to get this out into the universe. I have to get this out to the world so that you can begin to do the work in your business. All right, my friend, thank you so much for your investment in time, energy, and finding this. I look forward to hearing you. Be well.